The Magistrates Court in Yaba, Lagos State has ordered the remand of Chidinma Ojukwu in prison custody for 30 days. Hi, welcome to What's Happening. These are the top 10 stories now. At number 10, the police command in Kwara State said it has rescued 4 of the 7 passengers who were abducted on Ilorin-Omu-Aran Road on Saturday. The police public relations officer of the command, SP Ajayi Okasome, disclosed this in a press statement on Sunday. He said the command received reports of 2 kidnap incidents simultaneously on Saturday at about 5:35 p.m. on Oke-Onigbi and Omu-Aran Highway and Ekiti-Ekomeje axis. The statement explained that 6 armed men emerged from the bush and stopped a Sienna bus in transit from Ekiti on its way to Ilorin and marched the 7 passengers out of the vehicle into the bush. The command's tactical units, comprising the anti-kidnapping and anti-cultist units, joined by local hunters and vigilantes, were able to rescue 4 persons, while 3 are still being held. The police said some suspects had been arrested and were helping the command in its investigation. At number 9, gunmen have kidnapped the Commissioner of Information and Strategy in Niger State, Mohammed Idris. Idris was abducted by the gunmen at Babantunga village of Tafa local government area of the state on Sunday. The secretary to the state government, Alhaji Ahmed Mutani, disclosed this to newsmen on Monday. Mutani said that the gunmen who invaded the area on about 15 motorcycles with sophisticated weapons kidnapped the commissioner at about 11 p.m. during a heavy downpour. The incident was also confirmed by the police public relations officer in the state, DSP Wasiu Abiodun. As of the time of filing this report, the kidnappers had not made any contact with Idris's family. At number 8, the Nigerian Army has said that troops of 25 Task Force Brigade repelled terrorist attack on Damboa town in Borno State on Sunday. The Army Director of Public Relations, Onyema Nwachukwu, who made this known in a statement on Monday, said the troops overpowered the terrorists in a gun battle, forcing them to flee. He said 2 vehicles belonging to the Civilian Joint Task Force were raised during the gun duel and that the troops are currently on the trail of the fleeing terrorists. At number 7, troops in Kaduna State have shot dead 4 suspected bandits in Igabi local government area of the state. This was disclosed by the state's Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Samuel Aruwan, in a statement on Sunday. On Saturday, Aruwan had said troops killed 3 other bandits while repelling an attack at Zangon Kataf local government area. In the Sunday statement, the commissioner said the 4 notorious bandits were killed in a valley popularly known as Mai Kwandaraso in the area. He said several other bandits had been neutralized in the same cycle of air interdictions and ground offensives. At number 6, Sokoto, Oyo, Kebbi, Jigawa, Katsina and Osun states have declared Tuesday a public holiday to mark Muslims' New Year following the declaration of August 10th as the first day of Muharram 1443 AH by the Sultan of Sokoto and President General of the Nigeria Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs, Muhammad Sa'ad Abubakar III. Abubakar made the declaration in a statement issued on Sunday by Sambo Junaidu, the chairman of the Advisory Committee on Religious Affairs, Sultanate Council, Sokoto. The Sultan felicitated with Nigerian Muslims on the New Year celebration while urging them to continue praying for peace, progress and development. At number 5, the 4th trial of Abidemi Rufai, the suspended aide to Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, who was indicted for alleged conspiracy, wire fraud and aggravated identity theft in the U.S., has been postponed to 2022. The U.S. court in a fresh ruling postponed the commencement of Rufai's trial by 5 months. Recall that Rufai was arrested at the JFK airport in New York on May 14th over alleged 350,000 COVID-19 unemployment fraud in the United States. The indictment alleges that Rufai used the stolen identities of more than 100 Washington residents to file fraudulent claims with the Employment Security Department for pandemic-related unemployment benefits. The trial, which was earlier scheduled to commence on August 31st, has now been postponed to February 1st, 2022. At number 4, the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Uche Secondus, has declared that he will not resign his position, despite minority members of the party calling for his resignation and youths protesting. Secondus, who spoke in a statement by his special advisor on media, Ike Aboyi, said that those tiny minority calling for his resignation should come clean and tell party members across the country his offense and why he should resign. The PDP caucus in the House of Representatives, in a communique issued by its chairman, Kingsley Chinda, on Monday, called on seconders to resign from office to save the position from collapse. Chinda explained that the call followed the accusation of inept leadership against seconders, who is seen to be frustrating party members across the country. At number 3, the sit-at-home order issued by the indigenous people of Biafra turned bloody on Monday as a passenger who was trapped in a bus was burnt alive in Nkwogu, Ahiazun-Bise local government area of Imo State. Commercial activities were grounded in most parts of the state as residents observed the order. Schools were also shut while students sitting for NECO examination were reportedly prevented from taking their papers. It was gathered that the victim was inside one of the 3 buses that were set ablaze by a mob. The buses were said to be coming from Umuahia, Abia State capital, when they ran into a group of suspected members of IPOB who shot at the tires, forcing the buses to stop. The passengers of the buses ran for their lives, while one of the drivers was reportedly shot on the hip. The passenger who was killed could not escape before the bus was burned down. At number 2, the federal government has announced that the administration of the second batch of COVID-19 Moderna vaccines doses will begin on August 16th. The Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, announced this on Monday during a live program on NTA. Mohammed said the postponement of the vaccination exercise from Tuesday, August 10th to Monday, August 16th was purely administrative. The Director of Press, Office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Willie Bassi, had earlier announced on Saturday that the vaccination would commence on Tuesday. But in a later statement on Sunday, Bassi said the exercise had been postponed due to unforeseen circumstances. Finally, at number 1, the Magistrates Court in Yaba, Lagos State has ordered the remand of Chidinma Ojukwu in prison custody for 30 days. The 300-level mass communication student of the University of Lagos and one Adedapo Quadri were remanded in prison custody on Monday over the murder of the Chief Executive Officer of Super TV, Usifo Ataga. Magistrate Mrs. Adiola Adedayo gave the order in the first instance, pending the legal advice from the Director of Public Prosecution. Chidinma Ojukwu was brought before the court on Monday morning by the Lagos State Police Command and was held in one of the courtroom holding cells. It was gathered that the police applied for an order to remand Ojukwu, a request which was granted by the court. Recall that Chidinma was arrested by the police on June 23, 2021 at her home in Yaba, days after the body of Ataga was found lifeless in an apartment in Lagos. Ataga was buried at Ebony Vault in Ikoyi on July 30th in a low-key ceremony attended by family and friends. Always remember to wear your mask, wash your hands and stay safe. That's all for today. See you next time on What's Happening.